All right, welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andy Mack. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says his team, his organization is a soap opera, and this twist would be of epic proportions that would have the daytime TV audiences talking for decades. I'm talking about the NFL version as Micah Parsons being traded to the Green Bay Packers. This bombshell NFL news coming just a week ahead of the NFL season. You can see this on social media saying, "Thank you, Dallas. Go Pack Go." Micah Parsons now going to be wearing the green and gold at Lambeau Field. And this is a huge trade after that contract dispute of Micah Parsons wanting to get paid like arguably the best player in the NFL that he is. This is the dynamics of it. Micah Parsons going to Green Bay in exchange for the defensive tackle, talented Kenny Clark, and 2 first-round picks next year and the year after. Let's be joined right now by NFL on Fox's Jen Hale. Jen, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. This is a huge trade. Micah Parsons going to be in Green Bay. What do you make of it?
Huge mistake for the Cowboys, huge win for the Green Bay Packers, that's for sure. Jerry Jones, I think, doesn't understand, didn't realize where we're at. Player empowerment now goes beyond the NBA and beyond college with the portal. The NFL players can flex their muscles too. And boy, did Micah Parsons ever just do it. And he did it in a classy way, Andy, and he got paid $188 million over 4 years. He's now the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Sorry, TJ Watt, that only lasted for a half second for you. And let's remember, Micah Parsons, this is going to be his 5th year, Andy. He still has a ton left in the tank. So the Packers have gotten a cornerstone piece, of course, on their defense, obviously. But Mike is also a tremendous locker room leader, tone setter, the guy that's going to mentor the younger folks along. So offense, defense, special teams, they've gotten themselves a locker room leader that's going to make an impact on that squad for years to come. And look, I think they're going to be a contender. Jordan Love has gotten better every year. I love the offense that they're running over there. It's not like Micah just went to a team that's going to be in the doldrums for the next several years. I think the Packers came to play. I could easily see them at least making a bid for a Super Bowl run, and Micah Parsons could be the piece that pushes them over the edge. I think this was a humbling learning experience for Jerry Jones, that he couldn't force his way with that franchise tag anymore.
Yeah, that is so very true. And there's a lot of different dynamics of this. We're going to get into the Green Bay Packers side because I think people in the Northeast Wisconsin have semblance of Reggie White coming back from the Philadelphia Eagles years ago. But let's talk about the Cowboys side, because as you mentioned, it was a contract dispute. Micah Parsons wanted to get paid. He did in this deal in a big way, $47 million a year, the highest non-quarterback in the NFL. Of course, Dak Prescott also getting quite a bit of money there as well. But we have seen in past years Jerry Jones trying to force his will on players. We've seen the documentary Emmitt Smith. It was Dak Prescott recently, Ezekiel Elliott, all of these. Why is this one different? Why did this one end the way it did with the Cowboys trading Micah Parsons?
Micah is so good. First of all, other teams are going to pay for him. They're going to pay him. Secondly, I think Micah, I think he would have sat out if he had to. Again, this is a different era. We've seen it unfolding in the NBA, and we've seen it unfold in college now with the transfer portal and college players getting paid with NIL. It makes sense that, of course, it's going to trickle down into the NFL now as well. And Parsons has the personality, the talent, and the drive to the wit with Jerry and to win, obviously. And there were going to be teams lined up to pay his asking price. So to me, this was a huge miscalculation on Jerry Jones's end. And it's something that is going to have ripple effects across the NFL. There are going to be other players certainly taking note of this, agents taking note of this and saying, wait a second, I'm going to use this page out of the playbook. I'm going to use this blueprint next time it's my turn to negotiate. And owners have got to understand it's a different game these days. The politics, the negotiations have changed, and they've got to play ball a little bit more than they have in the past.
And we mentioned it. Let's talk about Green Bay now, because they played arguably the toughest division in all of football. But that's a franchise that know what it takes to win a Super Bowl. They have a 3-story Lombardi trophy in their atrium of Lambeau Field. Does this immediately make them Super Bowl contenders? And Micah Parsons, is he plug and play in Green Bay?
Micah Parsons is plug and play anywhere. Any team, anytime, absolutely. It immediately makes the Green Bay Packers a real threat to make it to the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Super Bowl contenders for sure. Would they be my lock? No, I want to see him on the field first. I want to see how much more Jordan Love's grown, how this offense has expanded. But Micah Parsons certainly shores up that defense and strikes fear in the heart of every opposing offense. He completely changes the offensive game plan now as these OCs are game planning for how to attack this Packers defense. He's somebody you have to account for in so many spots on the field. He's so athletic. He's so talented. He's so quick. He can be anywhere at a moment's notice. He is just truly a gear above everybody else on the field. And that's absolutely game changing. And it's a need the Packers had. I like where their offense is at. Their defense certainly could have used this boost, and it's going to take them to a different level this season.
And I want to ask you, because it feels obvious to ask this, that we talk about maybe the Luka trade as well, and it was the Lakers that won. And this trade is Kenny Clark going back in 2 first-round picks. Is it a sure thing that Green Bay won this trade?
Barring some sort of catastrophic injury, to me, yes.
Yep.
I guess the argument on the other side would be, okay, you gave 2 first-round picks for that. Let's see who those first-round picks are. But I just think, how many first-rounders have flamed out? You've got a sure thing in Micah Parsons. We know what he can do. He's the right age. This will only be his 5th year. He has so much left in the tank. He's dedicated to his craft. He's been training like crazy while he's been holding out in the offseason. I think he's going to step on the field and be even better than last year, because he has something to prove. He wants to prove to Jerry he should have gotten paid in Dallas. That Jerry made a big mistake. I love how Micah carries himself. I love how dedicated to his craft he is. This is a huge win in my book for Green Bay.
Of course, it's going to be fun to see him in green and gold. People talk about Reggie Wright, Clay Matthews, some of those edge rushers for the Packers. You kind of go back in time. Jen, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time. Great insight on this blockbuster trade in the NFL today.
Thanks for having me, Andy. Have a good weekend.
All right, thank you so much. We'll talk again very soon. All right, great conversation there as always. As this was the post also from Micah Parsons talking about some of his farewell to Dallas, saying, quote, this is a sad day, not a bitter one. I'll never forget the joy of draft night, the adrenaline of running out the tunnel, or the brotherhood I shared with my teammates, coaches, and the staff who prepared me for every single game. Those memories are mine forever.